Assalamualaikum students. I hope you all will be fine. Today we are going to start the reading of English class 4. Okay students, now we are going to start the reading. Chapter number 1, Pippi Longstocking. When Pippi entered Villa Villacula for the first time, it was a lovely summer evening. The children next door, Tommy and Annika, were not at home. They had gone to visit their grandmother for a week, and so they had no idea that anybody had moved into the house next door. On the first day after they came home again, they stood by the gate looking out onto the street. They had no idea that there actually was a playmat so near. They were standing there considering what they should do and wondering whether anything exciting was likely to happen or whether it was going to be one of those dull days when they couldn't think of anything to play. And just then the gate of Villa Villacula opened, and a little girl stepped out. She was the most remarkable girl Tommy and Annika had ever seen. She was Miss Pippi Longstocking, out for her morning walk. This is the way she looked. Her hair, the color of a carrot, was braided in two light braids that stuck straight out. Her nose was the shape of a very small potato and was dotted all over with freckles. It must be admitted that the mouth under this nose was a very wide one, with strong white teeth. Her dress was rather unusual. Pippi had made it herself. She had meant it to be blue, but there wasn't quite enough blue cloth, so Pippi had sewed little red pieces on it here and there. On her long, thin legs she wore a pair of long stockings, one brown and the other black. She had on a pair of black shoes that were exactly twice as long as her feet. Her father had bought these shoes for her in the South America so that Pippi would have something to grow into. She loved them and she never wanted to wear any others. But the things that made Tommy and Annika open their eyes widest of all was the monkey sitting on the strange girl's shoulder. It was a little monkey, dressed in blue pants, a yellow jacket, and a white straw hat. Pippi walked along the street with one foot on the sidewalk and the other in the gutter. Tommy and Annika watched as long as they could see her. In a little while she came back, and now she was walking backward. That was because she didn't want to turn around to get home. When she reached Tommy's and Annika's gate, she stopped. The children looked at each other in silence. At last, Tommy spoke. "Why did you walk backward?" "Why did I walk backwards?" said Pippi. "Isn't this a free country? Can't a person walk any way she wants to? Let me tell you that in Egypt, everybody walks that way, and nobody thinks it's the least bit strange." "How do you know?" asked Tommy. "You have never been to Egypt, have you?" "I have never been to Egypt. Indeed, I have. That's one thing you can be sure of. I have been all over the world and seen many things stranger than people walking backward. I wonder what you would have said if I had come along walking on my hands the way they do in farthest Asia. Now you must be lying. said Tommy. Pippi thought for a moment. You are right, she said sadly. I am lying. It's wicked to lie, said Annika, who had at last gathered up enough courage to speak. Yes, it's very wicked to lie, said Pippi, even more sadly. But I forget it now and then. And how can you expect a little child like me to always tell the truth when my mother is an angel and my father is king of Cannibal Island and I have sailed on the ocean all my life? Then Pippi smiled and continued. And let me tell you that in the Congo there is not a single person who tells the truth. They lie all day long, begin at 7 in the morning and keep on until sundown. So if I should happen to lie now and then, you must try to excuse me and to remember that it is only because I stayed in the Congo a little too long. We can be friends anyway, can't we? Oh, sure, said Tommy, and realized suddenly that this was not going to be one of those dull days. By the way, would you come and have breakfast with me? Asked Pippi. Why not? Said Tommy. Come on, let's go. Oh, yes, let's, said Annika. But first, I must introduce you to Mr. Nilsson, said Pippi, and the little monkey took off his cap and bowed politely. Okay, students, as we have completed our reading, so we are now moving towards the exercise. In exercise, first of all, we have to do the answer questions. Answer of those questions are provided in these notes that are provided by your teacher from the school. Here words meaning are also given. Courage, hosla. Idea, tarkeeb. Exciting, purjosh. Backward, pasmanda. Continued, jari. There are some dictation words also given. Expect, wicked. Asked, always. Excuse. Okay, students, now in the next question, question number 2, say whether the following statements about the story are true or false. So these are the 6 statements, and answer of these statements, that whether they are true or false, are also given in these notes. True, false, here question number 2, and these are the answers. Okay, now students, the next is about the participles. So first question is filling the blanks in the following. So in this you have to change these into different forms: break, broke, broken. Similarly from here, show, showed, and shown. You have to write here different forms, and these is also done here. All the parts have been solved.